It's saying live in 3 minutes, but it's already 11 o'clock.
So once we're live, we can just start, right? We don't have to wait for the number to increase.
Hi, Lola. Good morning. We're live on YouTube.
Say again.
We are live on YouTube.
Hello from Lagos, Nigeria. Good morning, everyone. You are very welcome to this onboarding event for the Klusterthon Hackathon by Student. I'm so glad that we've all made it here. It's exciting that finally the day has come, the week has come, that we're gonna, engage in what we are here for proper. Before we get really into things, I would just like you to watch this video, this introduction video. Okay, a moment, let me just share that. All right. All right, everyone. Once again, you are very welcome to today's event. We're very glad to have you here. It's a pleasure that we have all of 1,000+ of you on this call this morning. And it's going to be really exciting. I know that we're all expectant. I know that we're all looking forward to having a great time. But before we get into things, before we get really into things, I would like us all to introduce ourselves. I can see a bunch of you on YouTube. We're still expecting a lot more. But if you are on the YouTube live this morning, I want to see you say hello. I want to see you say hi. Tell us where you're calling from, where you're joining from, what state are you joining from? Let's know your name. Let's know what you do. What do you do? I'm a developer. I'm a programmer. I'm an engineer. I'm a UI UX person. Let's see all that in the chat. Let's just engage for a bit. All right. Hello, Chijoke. Chijoke, where are you joining us from? I can see Musa Umar, Inakwana. I can see Happiness from Ondo State. Good to have you. Lord Dynasty from Port Harcourt. Can we mark the 36 states? Can we mark the 36 states of Nigeria? Or is there anyone even calling in from outside of Nigeria? Oh, Benin City, Ikechukwu, good to have you. Good to have you. Good to have you. CY from Edo State. I haven't seen any Lagos yet. Hanif from Lagos. Good to have you. Oh, great. Let's keep those introductions coming. I know we may have met ourselves already, some of us that are teammates, but while we're all here with the bigger house, let's say hi to someone, give someone a virtual thumbs up, a virtual high five. All right. Wow, from South Africa. From South Africa, you are very welcome. We're so glad that you're here. We're so glad that you're participating in this hackathon. It's amazing, exciting times are ahead of us. Musa Umar, my bad. He says I'm not Hausa. I apologize. I truly apologize. Interestingly, I'm not Hausa either, but I speak good Hausa because I grew up in the north. Anyways, let me see if we have any Hausa people in the building. Hausa speaking Nigerians. You don't necessarily have to be Hausa. Emmanuel from Pluto. All right. I mean, wherever you are, it's a virtual event. We can make it happen, right? Okay, this is amazing. This is amazing. We're so glad that you're here. We have about 215 on the live stream. That's exciting. We're still waiting for more people to join in. And I do hope that they're able to join in, where they will meet, a lot of the information we're sharing and they don't miss out on that. So if you have any friends that are supposed to be here and are not here, please just give them a nudge. Tell them it's happening. It's happening right now. You don't want to miss this. We have Hijara from Saudi Arabia. Wow, 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 wow. Exciting. Sarah from Egypt. Okay. Atem from Cameroon. Wow. I hope I'm not murdering your names, but please bear with me. This is really, really exciting. I mean, look at what we can achieve, bringing people from all over the world, to participate in this amazing event just by the power of the internet. It's amazing. Anambra State, I see you, I see you, I see you. Maxwell from Delta State, welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Like I've said, it's such an amazing thing that we all can be here together. Out of over 3,000 applicants, you have made it here. And what does that say? That's a win in itself, I mean, it says that you're doing something great. It says that you're doing something good. It says that you're doing something worth recognizing. And for me, that's already a win. I mean, being here alone means that you are winning, right? So we're going to get to know the company that has set this up together. Like I mentioned, it's been set up by Student, and we're going to get to know a little bit more about Student. All right, so I would be handing over to Sheyi to do us an opening remark.
Hi everyone. I hope you can all see me and hear me. Hi Lola.
Hi, Sheyi. Yes, I can see you from my Zoom call.
Amazing. Thank
hope
you.
are good.
Thank you so much everyone for being here. Have over 1,000 of you, and we are super excited to be onboarding you today. It's been a journey, right, from the application phase, to making it into the hackathon itself. And also we know that you have been connecting with each other, and we're excited to drive this hackathon with you from today till the last day. We're looking forward to the amazing solutions that you're going to be bringing on board. We're looking forward to seeing your creativity, the innovation that you will bring, and also most importantly, how you will collaborate and work together. Our goal again is to make sure that you have a very smooth experience while you're with us, and we'll be cheering you on, making sure that you have all the resources that you need to succeed. Again, if you're new to Student, the work that we do essentially is to make sure that talents like you have access to opportunities that can help them own their skills and also just become industry leaders in your different fields. So we're excited to be supporting over 1,000 of you. This is amazing, and we're looking forward to the solutions that you will bring on board. We wish you a successful hackathon. Always note that we will be hearing you on. Like I said, I will also be here to provide all the support that you need. And welcome, a warm welcome from all of us as students. Thank you for being here today. Thank you, Lola.
All right. Thank you so much, Sheyi. Thank you for the very warm welcome. I'm sure we can feel the warmth from wherever we are. I can feel it from here myself. Yes, so we're still having people join in. We're still having people join in. Exciting days ahead. We have about 265 of us now. And I think I saw a chat from Chris. Chris is from Enugu State and he is Hausa speaking. Come on, talk about Wazobia. Yes, the spirit of the Nigerian. I mean, amazing. I love that. I love that. I love that. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, let's get some more introductions in and just use that time to give a few people, a bit of time to join in. We are 200 plus. We're trying to get the numbers up a bit before we, get right into the nitty-gritties. So let's see, who do we have here? We have Kalu Comfort from Rivers State. You know what? I think let's do this. Let's drop our LinkedIn URL so that we can all, follow ourselves, connect, and who knows the amazing things that can come out from those connections that we make, right? So if we can do that right now, just grab your LinkedIn URLs and drop them in the chat. Let's people, connect. Let's all connect. Let's all connect. Yes, sending you hearts to Chris. Chris is sending me hearts. I'm sending you hearts to Chris. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, are we dropping our LinkedIn links? Are we dropping our LinkedIn links? While we do that, I realized that I did not tell you my name. My name is Lola, and I'm gonna be your driver, your driver in this vehicle for today. Myself and my colleague Barbara would be hosting this particular onboarding session and be, interacting with you very closely throughout the entire hackathon. So, if I want to follow the trend already set, where am I from? I'm from Ogun State. What do I do? I'm a product owner. I work within a Scrum team as a product owner. All right. The numbers are coming up. They're coming up. I don't see the LinkedIn URLs though. I don't see them. But I know that as we proceed throughout the week, we will be, connecting with ourselves a lot more and interacting. All right. So I'm just going to go back to my to my presentation so that we can get into the next item. Exciting times are ahead. Trust me, you're in for a beautiful time. If this is the first time you're participating in a hackathon, trust me, you're going to have an amazing time. You're going to have an amazing time. Yes, and just like Sheyi said, at the end of the day, we're looking out for, digital solutions to problems. Digital solutions to problems, that's really what we're here for. And we know that you all are ready to bring in your A game and make it happen. It's a competition, yes, but and yeah, winners are going to emerge, but we know that everyone's input is important and is valuable. So we encourage you within your teams to really collaborate and work together to, make it to the top. It's possible. All right, so we're going to be going straight into an icebreaker session. We're going to be playing a game. Guess the word game. Very, very simple, but exciting. And guess what? Winners are going to get gifts, okay? Winners are going to get gifts. So my colleague is going to drop a link in the YouTube chat right now. And so just use that link to access the game. And if you can, please use your real names, use your first names so that we're able to identify the winners. And your last name, if possible, so that we're able to easily identify the winners, right? Because there are a number of us and there's a possibility that we can have two people bearing the same first name. So Barbara, please drop the link in the chat. And once I see the link, I'm going to push the start button. I'm sure some of us are familiar with this, but if you're not, a question would pop up and it could be pictures or, whatever it is. What you're supposed to do is just, try to come up with a word that it represents. And as you submit, you would see on my screen, who is tops, who is coming first, second, and third. Like I said, we're going to be giving out gifts, 100%. We're going to be giving out gifts. Okay, Barbara, do we have the link in the chat yet? Okay. Okay, the game is loading. So let's just give that a few seconds to load while I look through the chat again. All right, so let's start the game. Hmm. Not sure. Game has started. I Okay, you can hear me. I believe the game has started and we have the names on the screen. So we have about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes to do this. Okay.
Oh, I like if I could just chip in quickly. I think Barbara is not able to put a link on YouTube because YouTube is blocking pasting of links.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think we have an issue there. I was thinking, is it possible to have a link pasted on Slack since our
Since
participants are on
everyone,
Slack?
yes, I can.
Yeah, so Barbara, forever you can help with that. Thank you.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
Barbara, please.
thank you.
Oh, yeah, I can see in the chat. I just realized from the chat that it looks like the link is okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Kay, for picking that up.
Anytime. Thank you.
Okay, in between my screen loading, the game reloading, and people joining, we already have a winner. Wow, 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 wow. Mayowa Makonjola is number one. Amazing. Farida, I won't try to pronounce your last name, so I don't murder it, is second. And okay, so we only have number one and two. So we're still waiting for the third person. We're still waiting for the third person. So I think we can. I hope the sound doesn't come back up again. Okay, I think at this time we should have a third person, but unfortunately it's a bit slow on my end. So I'm going to reload my screen. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we can take another, after this time, we can start another, we can have another icebreaker session, because I can see from the chat that people are saying, oh, it's unfair, it's only YouTube participants, it's only the Zoom participants that are able to play the game. But let's see, let the game come back up and see if we already have a third person. So we should be able to have another icebreaker session so that our YouTube participants can also participate and get the winnings. Yes, Farida, good job. Please, let's congratulate them, the top two people at the moment, Maiwa and Farida. While this comes up, I will see if we have a third person. Okay, I think I would suggest that we proceed. We already have Mayowa and Farida, and while this loads, I'll definitely be checking on this at some point. But let's proceed for now because we're already almost 30 minutes into the session, so that, okay, I spoke too fast. Looks like it's coming up. It's displayed. All right, so we have Mayowa, Farida, and Tope. Please, let's congratulate them in the chat. Give them thumbs up. Tell them well done. You guys have done amazing. You guys have done amazing. Well done. Well done, Mayowa. Well done, Farida. It's a fun game, right? It's a fun game. Okay, so Barbara, please note the names, Mayowa, Farida, and Tope, and they'll be receiving their gifts after the session. So we would also try to have another icebreaker session so that we can give the YouTube participants a chance to play the game and win some gifts. All right, so we're going to be moving on. We're going to be moving on to the next item on our presentation this morning. And we're getting into the issue at hand about the hackathon. We're getting into the issue at hand, right? So what's this hackathon about? Like Sheyi said in her opening remark, and have also mentioned, you know, we've brought over 20,000 tech professionals, put them within teams and groups, and the intention is that you are preferring solutions to specific business problems, you know. So in summary, it's about using digital solutions to solve business problems. And like I said, and we've established that it's a competition, but we're here to connect, we're here to get to know each other, and so many things can be birthed out of those connections, right? So let's all be optimistic and hopeful, really, that, you know, besides even the hackathon itself, which is, I mean, the main reason we're here, but so many other things can come out of this, okay? All right, so next, still talking about the hackathon, who are the participants? The participants are you, tech professionals, skilled and talented individuals with different competencies in different tech disciplines. And we have a diverse mix of these competencies, and it's reflected in your teams. I understand that within the teams, there have been maybe some readjustments where teams are seeking out, other talents, and, other teams are seeking out, people within teams that can join them. And I want to say big ups for that. Thank you so much for taking the initiative, to reach out and to make sure that you have the guys you need to make your team complete and give us, an excellent product. So thank you so much for taking the initiative to do that. We saw all the interactions on Slack, and I was like, these guys are not joking. They're not playing. They're here for the big money, right? So well done, teams. Thank you so much. So we'll tell you a bit more about that. I know that a link had been shared yesterday with sets of FAQs and responses to them, in case you had questions that, you could just get the answers on there. So please refer to that. But again, we'll be sharing a Slido link where you can, put your questions on a little bit later, so that if you have specific questions, you get answer to those. All right. So moving on very quickly, if my slide is able to be as quick as my fingers are. All right. So still about the hackathon, it's gonna span, between the 20th to the 27th, of course, starting today with this onboarding session that you have all joined. And let me just take another minute to see how many we are. Okay, good. The numbers are still going up on YouTube. Thank you very much. Everyone that has only joined maybe a few minutes ago that didn't start with us, I hope you're able to join us and catch up to speed with what we're, discussing this morning. So yes, it's going to span from today to the 27th. And like I said, you have all been assigned teams, and you would have received your problem statements yesterday. So I'm sure you've started, going through them, digesting them, and seeing what would interest your team and what would be best for you what solution will be best for you to implement, right? So we would want you to pick a team leader. So within your team, pick someone that is going to represent you, that is going to be like the point man and spokesperson for you, because I'm sure, as you can tell, it's a large number of amazing individuals, and we just want to try to keep the interactions very clean, very structured and clear, so that we make sure everyone gets, answers to their questions and, getting responses to issues that they need to resolve. So please pick a team leader. It doesn't have to be any specific person. There's no requirement for it. Just someone that we can liaise with directly and can, provide feedback when you need to do that. So again, the problem statements that have been shared with you, we're going to be getting a little bit more into it towards the end of this presentation. My colleague is going to be doing justice to that. And yes, so as regards team managers or problem statement managers, so that you understand what I'm talking about. Now, each problem statement has been assigned someone to oversee all the teams that are going to be picking the problem statements. So at the moment, we have about 14 problem statements across, I think, 5 or 6 disciplines. And so there's going to be one person managing your problem statement, so that if 20 teams pick Meditech, or, for lack of a better word, I'll just use that. If 20 teams pick Meditech, there is one person overseeing all those 20 teams within the Meditech problem statement, right? So that team manager is going to be liaising with you, providing you resources where you need some. Your team leaders can also liaise with them. You're going to be having direct access to them. And so we want to make sure that you have all the tools and all the resources that you need to, engage in these 7 days and produce an excellent product. Yes, so please note that I've said your teams should pick a leader, and when you make your problem statement selection today, you're going to make the selection through a form that will be shared with you today. Then your team leaders would reach out to you, and then you know who to, your go-to person is if you need anything. Yes, the student team is available. Myself and my co-coordinator, Barbara, were also available. But yes, just for that close interaction, you can always reach out to your team managers. All right, so during the hackathon, on different days, we're going to be having some workshop sessions and panel sessions, and these are going to be really productive sessions for you because you'll be learning a whole lot of things, trust me, besides the competition and you working on your problem statement. We want to make sure that we are providing you with more information and resources that you need even in your career and as you go along your journeys. So please let's note that we'll be going more into detail about the schedule for the days. So you would see exactly where we have those workshops and panel sessions. So please, we would like you to definitely avail yourself for those. Yes, we know you will be deep in your implementations, but please avail yourself. They are just 45-minute sessions, and we should be done, and you'll be back on your projects. All right. So this is kind of a flow of the hackathon, the journey to the final bus stop, right? So today, as we are having the onboarding session, like I've said, you would have received your problem statement. After this session, you're going to have some time to brainstorm with your team members and discuss and decide what problem statement you want to pick. So once that is done, we would like you to start your work and researching with your team members, collaborating with them, because we know that this is virtual and people are in many different locations. We really encourage you to make sure you avail yourself when you have things that you need to do together. So if you decide that you're going to have a meeting, please let's all make sure that we're participating effectively and we're collaborating very well to enable our teams to achieve their goals. So we're going to have daily check-ins. These team managers that I've mentioned are going to be checking with you at different times during the days to make sure things are going well. If for any reason someone within your team has absconded, we can address that. If you need anything, if you need any information, those check-in times are specifically assigned for those. But of course, even before then, if there's something you need to reach out for, please, you are very welcome to do that. So again, we're encouraging you to really collaborate with your team members and work together, and then on the specified dates, the last day you will be doing, we'll be expecting your submission. So there's a deadline for that. So we'd like you to please bear that in mind so that, we don't have anybody, falling short or being disqualified or anything like that. So please, we will go more into detail, like I said, about the daily activities and the expectations. All right, so on my next slide, we have these 3 handsome men that are going to be available to you, for technical support. So if you need clarifications or if you have questions around your problem statement, they are available for your support. And as you can see on my slide, we have put, their names on Slack. So you can see clearly Chukwebuka's Slack handle, Josiah's, and Olaiton's. So please let's note this so that if you need any technical support, if you have questions around your problem statement, they would be very ready to answer. They will not be helping you with your implementations in any way, or telling you, how to go about your implementation, but they're just there to answer questions, general questions that you might have around your problem statement. All right. I will just take a moment to go through the YouTube chat to see if there is anything that anyone is asking that needs to be addressed. What if my team doesn't communicate? We need a form to create new teams with people who are committed to this hackathon. Melly, I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Yes, so like I have said, we dropped the link to FAQs that particular question has actually been answered. So please do check that. I think Barbara might also be dropping the link to the FAQs again on the chat so that you can go through it and see what you need to do, But if your entire team have absconded, there are many other teams that are asking for, different competencies. So look through the Slack chat to see, who needs your competence or your skill, and see if you can join, an agile team that is ready to work and deliver, right? So let's do that. Thank you so much, Melly, for the question. Thank you so much. All right. We have about 333 participants on YouTube. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. The numbers are going up. All right, so now let's talk about the judging criteria, right? So you have picked your problem statement, you are working on things. What do you need to bear in mind? This is what is going to determine who moves on, in terms of their project delivery, and who drops off. So there's going to be two levels to the judging. The first one is sort of a filtering that is going to be done by your team managers, right? So first of all, we need you to submit 4 items. Please note this. I believe this slide presentation will be shared with you afterwards, so you can still go back to it and see the details. But please note that we would be expecting you to submit the link to your live product. We'll be expecting you to submit a prototype, a design prototype or Figma design. That's 2. We're going to be expecting your GitHub repository, the link to that. That's 3. And then we want a video demo, should be between 3 to 5 minutes, a video demo with a voiceover describing the flow and the functionality of your application. So I'm going to take that again. We're expecting you to submit the link to your live product. So if it's a web application or if it's a mobile application, we're going to be expecting you to send the APK so that it can be installed, right, on the device. We're going to be expecting a design prototype. We're going to be expecting the links to your GitHub repository and then the video demo, 3 to 4 minutes. So the first thing the team managers are going to do is check that these 4 items have been submitted. If anyone is missing, so that's going to be a disqualification, basically. So please, let's bear this in mind. Next, they're going to be checking that the links you submitted, they're going to be checking that the links to your live product is working. It's a working link. We don't want to launch a link and it's returning error 500, internal server error, or whatever error is returned. We want the links to be working links. We can easily access the product and see and all that. Then they're going to be comparing your prototype to your live demo. So this, we just want to see that what you intended to create is what you have submitted, right? Yes, there may be a few changes or fixes as you go along your implementation. Maybe you raise bugs and you see, okay, it would be better to do this in a different way. Maybe name tags are changing or color design, but the flow should remain the same. with what's been submitted in your prototype and what we see in the live demo. So this is the first level of the filtering. So this isn't really a technical review, right? This is just to see that, okay, what we're passing on to our judges are, complete and okay for them to actually review. So the next level of the judging or the reviewing, which is with the judges now, is going to be technical. So they're going to be checking for 4 things. They want to see the functionality, how, the quality of your code, your implementation, the features that you've implemented, what are they able to achieve and all that based on your problem statement. They'll be checking for completion, user interaction, the aesthetics, everything around use and feel, the execution of your idea, and that is 30%. So they'll be checking for innovation, how innovative is this product or this idea that has been implemented? Is it something that is all over the market already? Is it something that is novel? So that carries 20 marks. And then finally, the clarity and marketability of the idea. If I actually take this to the market, am I going to get users? Am I going to get a lot of people downloading this application or signing up to this portal or what's not? So those are the things that the judges are going to be checking for. Those are things they'll be checking for. And I believe that is clear, but I will just do a quick check on the YouTube to see if there are any questions around that. Okay. What's video demo? So I say you have done or created an e-commerce website, right? And let's say it's an application like a mobile app, and you have now installed it on a mobile device, and you do a screen recording of launching the application, logging into it, maybe going through the dashboard, opening the different menus to see, okay, this e-commerce website, the user can navigate to this menu and see, I don't know, female clothes or whatever. So it's just basically you doing a recording of your application. We want you to do a demo, and then you do a voice over it to describe what is going on, right? Just like I've said, if it's a web application, do a recording of your system, your screen, to show how you're navigating through the application and all that. So I hope that is clear as regards the video demo, like a screen recording to show your project. Exactly. Thank you. I don't know the name, Manuel. Oh, I guess that's Emmanuel, right? So creative. Manuel. Okay. Yes. So thank you for that. Exactly. A screen recording showing your project, just showing the flow and how you're clicking through and all that. All right. So moving on to the next item. Okay, so here we have done a project execution flow for you. And we would like you to, again, it's your team, you can decide how to approach it. But we believe that based on industry, what is obtainable in the industry, this would be the best approach to your project implementation and delivery. So you're going to pick your problem statement, like I've said already today, and then you together as a team, all 6 of you would want you to, engage in research together. Once you've decided that this is the problem statement we're going with, and then create user personas. So using the example of the e-commerce website, if that's what you want to do, maybe a website that caters to, that sells clothes, right? So your persona can be Lola. Who is Lola? Lola is a working professional that likes to shop on websites. She likes her clothes to be, she likes to have everything in one space to access everything, maybe how old she is, what sizes. So this would determine, some of the features on your on your final implementation. So you create personas. You can create more than one if it's a kind of application that will be used by, several kinds of people. So your persona creation would now feed directly into your scenarios and your use cases. So what does Lola want to do? She wants to come on the website. She wants to be able to access a secured website. So you need a login for that, right? She wants to be able to put things in her cart. And even if she doesn't complete her shopping at that time, she wants to be able to come back to it. So, you implement, you're thinking about a scenario where you're implementing something that the cart is not clearing, and that would, like I said, feed directly into your use cases and the flows. So how many clicks does she have to achieve before she gets this? How many things does she need to do before she's able to finally pay? Are you going to be implementing or integrating with a payment platform and all that for payments? So creating your scenarios would help you outline your flow and will also determine the features that you are implementing. So once that has been clearly defined, your UI UX person can say, okay, based on this use case, I know that I need this number of screens. I need a login screen. I need a dashboard. I need a menu that is going to have these 4 different items. I need a shopping cart, blah, blah, blah. Again, your backend developer would also use that to determine, okay, I need to create a database that would have users' information. I need to create another table that will have images, that will be displayed on the e-commerce website, things like that. Let me not go too detailed into it, but I know that you understand that. So once your UI, UX, and backend person have started doing, what they need to do, front-end scripting will pick up UI, UX design to start implementing. And at every level of implementation, please do your unit test so that wherever there are breaks, wherever there are bugs, you can quickly fix before you get to quality assurance, so that you don't get to the end on maybe day 6 and then you are like, oh my God, because of this issue here, you probably need to rethink this flow and do something else. So this is just a suggestion really, but we believe that this will go a long way to help you in maximizing those 6 or 7 days that you're using for your implementation and giving us like a really good product at the end. So of course, on the last day, you're doing your cleanups, your final reviews, and then you're doing your demo video that I've mentioned and getting everything ready for submissions. All right. I feel like I'm saying a lot of things. Let me get some feedback from you on the chat. Are we going to get templates for our presentations? We would be answering that shortly. What did we submit? What day are we submitting the demo? So the last day, no, not the 6th, so the 27th. If it's day 7, the 27th is the day you are submitting everything. Your submission is going to come as one. You're going to submit your the link to your live product. You're going to submit your GitHub repository links, your prototype, and then the video. Those 4 items will all be submitted on the same day at the same time. All right. Yes, so Salawat is asking, please, can I see 20th to 27th? Does this mean that the hackathon runs for 7 days? Absolutely, that's what it means. The hackathon runs from today, 20th, until the 27th. The 27th at 6 p.m. is the day for submissions. Can we do all in 6 days? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can do anything. Okay. Motivation. What is the motivation? What is the motivation? This is the motivation. I hope you can see my screen. I can see that YouTube is a bit delayed in picking up the presentation, but yes, you can see it now. So this is the motivation. The first prize is a sum of 1 million naira. Second prize, as you can see, 600, and third prize, 400,000 naira. So we know that you're going to put in your best and achieve your end goal. All right, so now we're gonna go into details of, the hackathon day to day. So I'm just gonna go to the website and scroll through to show you the details of that. I'll just let YouTube catch up to where I am on my slide so that I'm not speaking to something that you are not seeing. Okay, so on day 1, which is today, is the onboarding call happening from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. We might overshoot that time a little bit, but I think it's okay. And so the expectation is that after this onboarding call, you go on with your team to start to collaborate and discuss. So you're brainstorming, you're deciding what problem statement would work for us, which problem statement is going to, be the best for us to implement. And then at 3 p.m., you're going to receive the link to a form to check in. So just fill up the form and submit, and we'll get all the information back from you. So tomorrow, which is day 2, from 9 a.m. to 9:45, we're going to be having a workshop. So like I said, we want to not only just have you come on and, just engage in this competition, but we also want to, give you something, give you a bit of information, impact you with something that would be useful in your career, right? So we're going to have that workshop at 9 a.m. And then we're going to leave you to continue working in your teams from after the workshop till end of day. But at 3 p.m., there's going to be another check-in, most likely on Slack. So the check-ins will be done by your team managers. They'll be reaching out to you to ask if everything is going well, if you need any information, if you have questions, and all that. Day 3, you're going on to implement, and then at 2 p.m., we're going to have just a 1-hour session for virtual games. So there's a lot to be won. We have a lot of, gifts to give out. So we encourage you to join in and participate. Again, after all the intense, first few days, we also kind of want you to just take that time to relax and, just have that fun session and also win gifts. I mean, win gifts while having fun, right? Okay, so your team managers will check in with you on day 3 at 4 p.m. And then on day 4, there's going to be a Slack check-in at 4 p.m. So we're expecting that you are, collaborating together in your teams. Choose your preferred method of collaboration. If you want to do it over Zoom, Google Meet, if it's a WhatsApp chat you want to create, whatever is going to work best for you to achieve, your goals, please use that to collaborate, right? So you're going to have a Slack check-in at 4 p.m. like I said. And then on day 5, we'll have another networking workshop event. I beg your pardon. I am looking forward to this monetizing project. I think this is going to be an excellent one. I won't say more than that. So let's avail ourselves for this. There's going to be another check-in at 4 on day 5. And then on day 6, we know that you're getting close to, the last bus stop. You're really doing all you want to do in those last few days. So day 6 is just going to be a Slack check-in at 10 a.m. And then on day 7, your team leaders or team managers will be reaching out to you to, remind you of submissions and everything like that. So again, submission closes at 6 p.m. on the last day. All right. I think that's clear, but I'll quickly look at my YouTube again just to see if there are any questions. Can a person be in two teams? I don't see how that is a possibility because you have limited number of days to work on your project. And again, it's a competition. So, I mean, you get what I mean? So yeah, of course, that is not possible. You can't be in two teams. Will there be different first place for all problem statements? Or no, so it's just one first place, second and third. Would we have all the slides and guides? Yes, you would. Yes, you would. Are servers going to be available for us? So please put these questions on the Slido link. Technical questions, please put them there. Things about server availability would be answered by the technical team. What are these rewards? So we can see the game if it's worthy of joining. Don't you like suspense? Don't you watch action film? I'm going to leave that and keep it as a secret so that you will be surprised. Okay. Thank you so much for engaging. Thank you so much for engaging. I really love that we're all, dropping this chat and engaging and asking questions. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next item. So the next item on my presentation is going to be handled by my colleague, Barbara. So she's going to take over shortly. All right, Barbara, please proceed when you're ready.
Oh, thanks, Lola. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon to my people in Nigeria. I hope your day is going well. It's been great to see all your interactions in the comment section. You have so many questions. Wow, we're in for it today. But it's so great to see you all. My name is Barbara, and I'll be one of the co-hosts today. I am one of the co-hosts today, and I'll be talking a bit about the problem statements. So before I go on, I will like to refer to the Slack channel. We have some information, important information that have been pinned to the channel. So if you go to the topmost part of the channel, you see pinned comments, and you'll be able to see a link to an FAQs Google Doc. So we are updating that document real time with the questions that you have. So to avoid asking the same questions over and over, we've been able to put some questions that you've been asking for the past 2 days, and you'll be able to find the answers in the FAQs doc. And if you can't find the answers to your questions there, then let us know and we will answer any questions that you have. There's also a link to a Slido chats page where you can also post questions. But before you ask any questions, try to refer to the FAQs doc so you're not asking the same questions over and over. So thank you all so much. You've been so patient and so proactive with your questions and your contributions, and we love it for you, we love it for us. And so we'll be taking a look at the problem statements now. As you already know, we have about 5 core thematic areas. So we have fintech, AI, ML, health tech, edtech, e-commerce, and I think we also have, I think these are the major pillars. And under AI ML, we have subcategories under fintech as well. And so you'll be required to select your problem statements today. You will actually get a link to a form immediately after this onboarding call. So keep your eye out for it on the Slack channel. It will be pinned so that you can easily access it, and it will be posted in the main channel as well. So please look out for that, because you only have a short window to actually select your problem statements, and so that you can, start doing your research and deep dive into what you'll be working on, be ideating and coming up with different ideas for your possible solutions. So we have fintech, like I already mentioned, AI, ML. Next slide, please. I think we have some other descriptions for the different areas. Okay, yeah, so we have e-commerce here, and there's only one subtopic under e-commerce, and then we have healthcare. We have a bit of AI under healthcare as well, with fintech here as well. And so we also have a link to the problem statements page, which you should already have. And if we don't have that already, please let us know and we'll drop it in the Slack channel. And also, if there are any questions, any specific questions relating to the problem statements, please drop them in using the Slido link. Please put all the questions there so that we can get to them. And even the ones that we've not already addressed in the FAQs page, we will update the FAQs page with the questions that you have put in the Slido link. All right, so this is a page on the overall website that has a link to the problem statements, and you should be able to have the full information that you need from this page concerning the problem statements. And of course, any additional questions that you have, be very happy to answer. So just drop your questions in the Slido link, drop your questions in the YouTube chat section as well, but also take a look at the FAQs doc just to ensure that the questions that you're asking have not already been answered. Next slide, please. All right, so we are at the main, this is the main event. This is the main event for today. And so I'll go ahead and share the Slido link. We do have quite a number of questions that we'll be looking at. And so Lola, if you can stop sharing your screen so that I can share the Slido link. Thank you. All right. Okay, so it's time to take some of these questions. All right, so what if someone's teammates don't show up? How can the person move forward alone? So we do have people that, we do have this scenario, it's a common scenario. I think it will also be good to take a look at the FAQs doc so that you know the questions that we already have. And then, so this is the FAQs page. We do have some questions about people that are not able to, find their team members. So we have step-by-step, we have, steps that you can take to finding another team. So you can actually send a message to the general Slack channel, letting people know what your skills are, there are people that are looking for people that have your skills. There are people that look for software engineers and data analysts and product managers. So if you find yourself without a team, if you've also tried to reach your team members via WhatsApp and phone call and you still can't reach them, then you can send a message to the Slack channel where people are actually looking for people with your skills, and you can join their team. Now, we also will be collecting information for all the teams, again, to capture the new people that have joined teams and also the people that are no longer there, so that we have, updated information, and we will communicate how we're going to go about that, communicate how we're going to go about collecting that information from you within the next day or so. And so we also have people that have asked, if they can't find their names, then you will be required to go over your email again to see the email that you got from the Klusterthon student team. In that email, you have your team designation and your team members. So if you can check your email inbox, if you can't find your name or can't find your group, please check your email inbox or your spam folder. And if your team members are not responding to your messages, please call them. Don't just email them. Don't send a message to the general Slack channel. Please send them WhatsApp messages or call them. If you can't call them, then you move fast to finding another team. We've also had questions around what to do next after getting your team. You start introducing yourself to each other, get to know all your technical skills are, so that you can already assign responsibilities. Also check the repositories to know where you all fit and what you can do together. So we've been getting a lot of questions as well about the number of people that should be in the team. And ideally, more than 6 people. And so if you have more than that, you probably have too many people. But we can also have as low as 3. It depends on how confident you all feel about your skills to be able to execute. If you feel like 3 of you will have the necessary skills and experience to fill out the different roles that are required to build a product, then you can go ahead. Okay, I'll go back to this little link. Is someone speaking? Okay, someone is speaking. Okay. All right. Okay. Are there going to be servers and databases provided for the participants? I think this question has already been answered. Lola, is that a yes or a no?
So can we get someone from the technical team to respond?
Okay, I can actually just come in here quickly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Amazing, thank you. So we won't be providing servers or databases. We are providing API keys for those who need those for selected problem statements, and we can find these details on the problem statement page. But if you have any specific need, let us know. I mean, when we talk about servers, they're talking about AWS and the likes for such scenarios. For example, we believe there are free tools you could use to host, and again, many of these things could give you places to test likewise. But you can get back to us with your specific need, and then would probably walk you through how you can navigate those scenarios, if that is okay. Thank you. I would also chime in quickly about, in terms of, we know there would be instances where your team members are not active, and we also know there will be instances where you as a team, Ola, I think you're muted. There'll be instances where you as a team, for example, you need a specific skill set. We will be sharing more details about those, like Barbara has rightly said, forms for you to fill. But again, for servers, databases, we're not providing those, but get across to us with your specific need, and then we would see what we can do. Thank you.
Thank you, Kay. Ebuka has a comment.
Yeah, regarding servers and databases, I believe there are trials, like free trials database that most developers can utilize since you're building basic projects. So I think there are free databases available for you guys to use. So just construct your API endpoints and you can use those databases. At least since the project are not large projects, I think there are a lot of free databases that allow you to start up things.
Amazing. And I think Barbara would also introduce Ebuka to the team, where you know where to find Ebuka, Chukwuebuka on Slack. It would help you navigate through these questions that you have around data, servers, and on the likes. Thank you, Ebuka. Thanks, Barbara.
Thanks, Ebuka, for that. And I think we will also share information about how to reach the our technical leads over Slack, so you can ask this kind of questions. So thank you so much, Ebuka, for that. Let me see if we already have question. Okay, there's another question here. How flexible can we go with the problem statement? Can we develop a product that just solves problem statements, or is it part of a whole? I think we also answered that in the FAQs. The FAQs is your best friend right now. We answered that question in the FAQs documents. If you notice, I'm redirecting you to that document a lot because we have answered some of these questions already. So please, if you can check. But to answer your question, you can be as flexible as possible. I don't think there are any restrictions. There are any strict restrictions. Okay, am I correct?
Please come again. I missed that question.
Sorry. So they said, how flexible can we be with the problem statement? Can we develop a product that just solves the problem statement, or is it part of the whole product?
Amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, very good question. For the problem statement, we're not trying to tell you to build a whole application. And I think Josiah would also comment. Let me have Josiah start and then I will chime in. Hi, Josiah, please go ahead.
Hello guys. Hi, I'm Josiah. So I'm one of the technical managers that you can reach out to when you have issues. So for the problem statements, we don't actually need you to build the whole application. The most important thing is to solve the problem. Now, in some cases, you might have to build the whole application to solve the problem, while in some, you might just have to build a part, like the person has mentioned there. So it all depends on the problem statement you are picking. But our advice, if you have the time, try and create the whole application. It might give you more marks when the judges are scoring it. But the key focus should be solving what the problem statement is. Then, sorry, quickly, I would also like to answer one anonymous question there. What is the recommended team size? Can we do 10? Also, can we power AI model of AI such as ChatGPT or BARD API? So I'm going to focus on if you can power your model based on ChatGPT or BARD API. So yes, you can do that. I think there's problem statements that you might have to use. If you want to, you might want to use ChatGPT API for that. Just make sure that you have proper documentation as to the keys and functionalities you are using the chat API and how you go about it, because we'll be looking at that also. So yeah, we are not limited. You can use ChatGPT or BARD API in the instance you want to solve. Thank you.
Thanks, Josiah. And can you also speak to the third anonymous question? It says, is it compulsory to submit a Figma prototype?
Okay, so for the Figma prototype, it's not so compulsory, but like I said, this is a competition. You have a lot of teams. For you to stand out, just do your best. Our advice is to submit a prototype. It's not compulsory if you have your designs all set up and you are submitting your Figma link. But if you have a prototype, you will stand out when the judges are scoring. Like I said, there are a lot of teams. So our advice is that you do a prototype with your design. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks, Josiah. Someone asked, can we move on to the next stage if we finish the previous one early? That is, can we start implementing if designs are ready on day one? The faster you can get a working prototype ready, the better for you. It's all to your advantage. If you're able to finish the different stages early, then you can test as many times as you want, and you can, do your quality assurance and all of those things. So if you are able to finish early, it's to your own advantage. I think another question we have. These are the only questions that we have. Okay. If I can handle both front end and back end of the app, can I go ahead? If that's the case, can I form a new team with just front end, back end, and a designer? Absolutely. Like I mentioned, if between the 2 or 3 of you, you have all the skills that you need to bring it on, then, or rather to develop the products, then please go ahead. There's another question here. Can I bring in someone outside Stuttern to join our team? Interesting. I think, Kay, can you answer that question?
So we're talking about, thanks, Barbara, an outsider, someone who hasn't applied to
Yes.
join the team. I would say the chance for that is too late. We've made that open for the past few weeks. Yeah, so we can only allow people who are kind of within the pool of the current hackathon. And you're all on Slack. You can find people on Slack who are looking to join your team, for example. So we're not opening this up for people outside that pool anymore. Thank you.
Okay. We have another question here. Bearing in mind that we can't join 2 teams, can I, as a product manager, help another group if they are falling behind? That's an interesting question. I really don't think that's ideal.
Yeah, that's a good twist. Again, we would only count you as part of one group.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you can informally speak to all the people, share the thoughts and ideas, but you are formally in with just one group. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Barbara, there's a question I want to answer. Sorry, can you please scroll down a bit regarding AI? Yes, just scroll down a little bit. Yes, it said we'll be working with AI and ML. We will be provided with the data. So yes, we provided data sources and APIs to all of the AI/ML related tasks. When you go about trying to solve the problem statements, if you are having issues with any of the data sources or API, please reach out to me, Josiah Obereka on Slack, and I'll be able to assist you on that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. All right. It says, how do we communicate selected group leader to the coordinators? So we will come back to all the teams to actually get this information on who your team lead will be, because that person will most likely be the person that will, present the solution and will be the key contact person to communicate with the theme managers or the theme leaders.
Yeah, I could also chime in as well quickly.
Okay.
Barbara, thank you. So like Barbara said, we would get in touch with you. And I think the good thing is we would share with you a form that will help you pick your problem statement. In that form, we'll make it clear that only the group lead can fill that form. So that's how we get to know who your group lead is. And they will also be providing details of the members who are active in that group and the ones who are not active. For those who are not active, we will double check with them, and if they're not active, we'll move them out of that group. That means they'll be groupless, except they want to merge with a new group. So the group lead will be the one to pick a problem statement, and that will be, like Barbara said, the key contact with the theme managers. Thank you.
Thank you, Kay. So another interesting question. The duration for the hackathon is too short. Can we skip the UI UX part? We're a developer heavy team and we can use open source component libraries. Can Josiah or Ebuka take this one?
So please, can you handle this?
Okay. So I would advise if you think you can go ahead without UI designs, I believe you should, because the goal is to present a product and some might be limited with time. So I advise if you can just keep the design and give your best when it comes to your implementations.
All right, thank you, Ebuka. But also we have to consider the judging criteria. Lola, can you confirm that there's no criteria that, that has, UI UX as a heavy component?
So part of the first level filtering is that they submit 4 items, and their UI UX designs or prototype are part of those 4 items. So, I mean, from the feedback we're getting now, I guess we might want to review that and, just help them maximize the days. If they are saying UI UX designs and prototypes may take time, again, if you don't do it and another team does it, that may be a plus for that team with the judges, right? And they would probably pick that team. I mean, of course, if their product is, viable enough, but I think, I don't know. I think we can take the feedback, go back and see what we come up with. Of course, we will definitely communicate exactly what the expectation is as regards to that with participants.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an in-house conversation that needs to be had, because this is the only question that has come up on this so far. So it wouldn't be fair to completely change our judging criteria based on one question. So we will definitely, consider it, but would come back to the teams if there's a possibility on that being revised. Okay. Okay. And I think these are I think we've pretty much covered the technical questions that we have, unless we have some that have come up on YouTube. I had to log out of YouTube on my end because of the sound, conflicting sound. But if there are any other questions that have come up on YouTube that we can take, that are very important for us to take.
I can go through YouTube to read some questions out from here. Someone is saying developers thinking designs doesn't matter. These people don't learn. I agree. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. Okay. What about Docker? Someone is asking, what about Docker?
Okay, I think I can answer this.
Right.
So yes, please use Docker for your containerization and deployment. Personally, when I'm going through, if I'm seeing you're using Docker, that makes it easier for me to, test what you've done. And it's just better developers use Docker. I'm not saying you must use Docker for your deployment, but please, if you can, please containerize your models using Docker. We really appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. I'm just going through to see. I love this set of participants. They're asking questions and they're giving responses to each other. So yes. Can a team have more than one engineer, say 2 backend and 2 front ends? I think Barbara had answered that. If you believe that the members of your team are, have the skill sets you need to achieve your goals, as long as they're not less than 3 and more than 6, I think you can proceed. And you're able to produce the assets that we requested for as the submission, then I think you can do that. But if there are other teams, I mean, that are in need of a back-end resource and you have two, I think it would be reasonable for that person to move to that team that needs one if they don't have at all. So I like that we're all working within, our teams and reaching out to get what we need. So let's just continue to do that. Can we form a new team if some of our team members aren't always active? So I think that has been answered already, and the FAQ document will also provide some more insights as regards that. So yeah, I think that's how can I register my team? So I guess that's also referring to maybe forming a new team. Will every participant get a certificate of participation? Kate, could you please respond to that?
Thank you so much. I believe forever, I don't know if you're on the call, will probably help do justice to that question about certificate of completion. Forever, are you on this call? Thank you.
Lola, yes, thank you, Kay. Lola, can you please go to the question again?
So the question is, would every participant be getting a certificate of participation?
Okay, yes. So it's in the works. As long as you get to the end of the hackathon, you'll be receiving a certificate of participation. Thank you.
Thank you, forever. Thank you. Okay. My team's PM left. What do we do? Reach out on Slack. There would be someone that has the skills that you're in need of. Someone says, we are 7 in number in my team. Does it mean we have to let one go? I don't know if Kay can respond to that.
Oh, thank you. So I think we're not particularly saying the team should be 6 max. And we're saying that this is, hackathon typically happens physically, and that way you can really manage expectation. But when you have a large team, it might be difficult to manage. But if you're able to manage your team, then that's perfectly fine. We're not, there's no judicial criteria against you being telling a team or one person who can do it all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kay. Thank you for making that clarification. So like you said, we're not saying a max of 6, but we don't want too many people in a team and you can't manage the interaction within those teams. But sincerely, how many people do you need in a team? How many competencies do you need? If you put it together, you're somewhere around 6. So if you have 7, fine. But I think we should try to, not duplicate skill sets so that other teams that are in need of those people can, have them. Okay.
Okay, so I think that we can, if there aren't any super technical questions, because we're just having variations of the same questions in our FAQs page, I think we can continue with the presentation. I think we have one slide to go. Oh, Fanny Ron, please go ahead.
Sorry, I was actually about to say what you just said, but basically, I just want to chip in something. You guys need to keep this thing simple. What I mean by simple is you just need competent people and people that they are in this thing with you. So I heard when somebody was talking about Docker, it's fine, but you need to, the first thing first, you need to get the product that works and do what it's supposed to do well. Don't get it complicated. Don't go and be bringing some technology that's going to max you out. If Docker start giving you a bug issue, you can take 2 days to solve that. Factor 2 days into what you are doing already. Keep it simple. Please keep it simple. That's my opinion, but thank you.
Thank you so much, Fanira. I feel like that's like the perfect end to this Q&A session. Keep it simple. Work with people that are ready to work with you. I don't know what's more than that. So I think we have one more slide to go on the presentation. I think we can go through that quickly before we close out. Lola, are you projecting the slides?
Yes, I'll do that now.
Okay, thank you so much, Lola. And so finally, our parting words of encouragement to you would be to prioritize, right? For you to work within a very short time frame and to move keep what's the popular saying? Focus is, I don't think nice to have a place in what you're building. So you have to really prioritize the things that will put you at the forefront of this hackathon and give you a competitive edge to actually win the prize. So please prioritize that. I think I'll ask Lola, do you have anything to add to that, to prioritization? Our product manager on deck.
No, I think it's fine. We've said a lot already, so yeah.
All right. All right then. So of course, communication is very important. It's very important that you're able to reach each other at every point in time. So you should have, I would recommend this WhatsApp group, Telegram group for you and your team members. If you're not able to reach people via WhatsApp or Telegram easily, then phone calls, periodic phone calls. Everyone will just have to tighten their belts and double down on communication for these 7 days. It's very, very, and please, if someone is dragging you along, or if you're having to drag someone along, rather, if you're having to if someone is affecting your timeline and productivity, then please escalate to us so we can, advise on what to do, because time is very, very essential. Everyone needs to have their hands on deck. And so please collaborate and brainstorm. I know some of us are really, really happier when we work alone because we can execute, working with a team. So you should embrace the spirit of collaboration while working with other people, ensure that everyone's ideas are heard and considered when building this product. No, we can't work in silos. No man is an island. This is not a case of too many cooks for the. So the more, the merrier, right? And manage your time effectively. If you can already block out time in your calendars to do certain things, that would be very, very helpful to your productivity. So if you really, really utilize your calendars at this time, that would be. Use your calendars, but also be flexible. And that's what I would advise. And work with achievable milestones, right? Bits, and make sure, as Lola had mentioned, that you are testing things as you go in bits instead of waiting until day 6 to do testing and you realize that so many things are out of place, lots of things are not working as well as they should. So having, I guess, but I guess even for this short timeline, you can to ensure that you are working on achievable milestones that you can test at every point. Work with task management tools, free project management tools that you can use online. I think we have, apart from using Slack and using WhatsApp, there are other productivity tools that you can use, or product management tools like Trello. And I don't know if anyone also wants to, can be used for project management, where they can break down their tasks. Lola, do you have any other recommendations? Or anyone from student team, really? If there are any task management tools that you want to recommend?
We use Azure typically, but Azure DevOps.
Okay.
So, I mean.
So free tools, free. Free project management tools.
Yeah, there's Monday.com. There's also Trello.
Mm-hmm.
There's Pickup as well. So please feel free. We're not restricting to any particular project management tool. Feel free to use anyone that works for you. I know we have a couple of product managers in the house. So use a tool that works for you and your team.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Take breaks. I know it's going to be tough, but try to take breaks. So you don't get dehydrated. It's really hot for those of us in Lagos. I don't know about other states, but it's really, really hot in Lagos. So try and drink water, take walks around your work area, and take naps, take power naps. You also need your brain to function effectively for it to be able to be creative and to be innovative. Also, find feedback and receive feedback with an open mind. I would like to encourage each and every one of you to speak to everyone with respect. Don't bring in, oh, that's how I am, into this, okay? We're all coming from different places. We all have different temperaments. We're working in a very high pressure environment with a high pressure timeline. So please speak to each other kindly, give feedback kindly, and yeah, just keep that in mind. Empathy, be considerate of other people, and just try as much as possible. There will be conflict, but I believe that if we effectively communicate, then you'll be able to resolve everything in little time, in a short time. So we wish you all the best, and we are here for you to answer questions over Slack. Please reach out to us. Check the FAQs doc. We're updating the doc in real time. We're going to gather all the questions, the additional questions that we've gotten from this onboarding session, and add them to the FAQs doc as well, to ensure that all are being captured there. And wishing you all the best. I'm rooting for you. And I look forward to seeing what you all come up with. I'm very confident that we'll see some really, really innovative and groundbreaking solutions that will come out of this program. So yeah, thank you so much. I'll hand it over.
Thank you so very much, Barbara. Thank you so much for the encouraging words and the advice on how to coordinate the teams and work effectively together. So like I had said in the beginning, we would attempt the games one more time. So that we can give the YouTube participants a chance to, win something. So I will just set it up again. And I'll drop the link. Barbara, I'll drop the link for you shortly so that you can share it on the Slack channel. I think the link may have changed since this is a new game. So I'll do that shortly. It's just coming up. So I hope we have had a good time. It'll be nice to get some feedback in terms of, just this onboarding session, not really questions relating to your project, but just feedback. Hope you've had a good time today. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. You've met one or two people, and all that. So I'd like to read a few. Okay. Okay, these participants are having a great time in the chat, just engaging themselves and making banter, and I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. Okay, the game is coming up shortly. I will drop the link, Barbara. Okay, lovely onboarding session. So excited. Thank you. Thank you, Chijoke. Thank you. Hallelujah is sending virtual hugs. I love it. I'm sending you back virtual hugs. I'm sending you back virtual hugs. Okay. So I have the link. Okay, Barbara, I've dropped the link for you on WhatsApp. Please share on the Slack channel, and I'll just give about 30 seconds or 1 minute before I start the game on here. Okay, I'm not sure you have it yet, but it will deliver shortly. Okay, you should have it now, Barbara. Please help drop it on the Slack channel. And
Okay, I've shared it on the Slack channel.
all right, so I'll be starting this game now. So you should be able to, once you click the link, you should start seeing the question. So please, again, use your full government name so that we can easily identify the winners. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll just like to get feedback. If you're playing the game already, can you just drop on the YouTube chat to say yes? You can just drop a thumbs up or say I'm playing the game or something, just to get feedback that we have it. Okay, looks like it didn't start. Okay, so I can see people are playing the game. I can see yes, I can see yes, I can see yes. Okay, Gerald says all done. So it's coming up on my end. I do apologize for these technical issues, but for some reason it keeps loading, but it will definitely it will come up now and we'll see who's leading. Okay, we have 2 all done. All right. Ah. Wow, 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 wow. We already have the top 3. We have Victor Idowu, we have Daramola Oluwanifemi, and Isaac Gideon. Well done, guys. Well done for participating and well done for coming tops. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Wow, a lot of people. Oh, I apologize. That was a wrong information. I think they had not concluded or it had not loaded correctly on my screen because the top guys are Nwabuisi Obina, Ihiana Cho, Henry, and Caleb Alagbe with 10-10. So that means they didn't miss any single one. Wow. Or maybe they did, but it says 10, 10, 10, 10. So we have a couple of 10s. We have about 7 people that have the perfect score. Wow, 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 wow. Please congratulate them in the chat. Congratulate them in the chat. Congratulate them in the chat. Barbara, please, can you take a screenshot of my screen so that we can reach out to these top guys and we'll decide if we want to give gifts to all those with perfect scores. We have people with 10, 10, 10, 7 of them. I don't want to refresh because take off this screen. Okay. Barbara, have you taken a screenshot? Oh.
Yeah, I think Barbara is me, but I'm actually up for that. That is done.
Okay. Well done, guys. Well done. Thank you so much for participating. We have the names from the initial, the first one we played earlier, and then from this second one, I will definitely be reaching out to you. Well done to you, Ndubisi, Nwabuisi, Ihiana Cho. It's loading again. I was going to call out those names, but thank you so much for playing. And we have come to the end of this session. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for participating. I know that
Lola.
Yes, I would give you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah. I can.
Is it possible for us to also take pictures? Can we take?
I was going to give Kay to say concluding
so they're
words.
Actually all on YouTube. I don't know how that would work. Okay. Right. That's why I could.
Okay. So I'll just allow Kay to say a few words to conclude.
Oh, amazing. I mean, you've all said it all. Thanks, Lola, and Barbara for the wonderful anchoring, and also for everyone who chimed in, Chukwuebuka, Josiah, Ola, Forever, Oluwaseyi. Again, I think this is an exciting event. It's a good way to end the year. We have December knocking pretty soon, and I'm sure we have new goals for next year. So we're hoping that these can push us as participants to be better at our craft and to also aim for greater things, for example. So let's have fun, let's be respectful, let's do our best, and again, let's keep it pretty simple, but let's push ourselves to try out new things. I think that's the goal, to try out new things, to be better than we currently are, and to just have open mind. Like we see, the world is changing at a fast pace. Just over the weekend, there was a drama with OpenAI, the CEO that was out, but it seems like it's back again. But again, I think it doesn't stop the fact that the tech space moves pretty quickly, and we're seeing changes now and then. We have many challenges around AI, and many of us are pretty asking why that. We think that is the next big thing. I think we had blockchain in the past, but AI with ChatGPT makes it more accessible for each one of us. So we think we should embrace that change. Let's push ourselves. We have the team leads and the team managers out there to support us. If you have questions, let's reach out to them and let's have fun. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Kate. Thank you very much for the nice words.
What? We're having a session at work. I thought it had ended.
I just emailed. I think you're muted.
So I'm muted Jessimal for us. We can go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so thank you again, everyone, for joining in and participating, and we wish you all the best. We're here available to provide any information and any help you need as we go along. We'll definitely be in touch. And then on the days that we have specified where we have some panel sessions and workshops, you'll be receiving, the invite for that and be notified ahead of time. So thank you so much. Do enjoy the rest of your day as you begin to collaborate and meet with your teams. So, just as I've said, the expectation is that you meet with your teams right now and you start to discuss, because once we send out the links for the problem statements to be filled, the link would not be accessible, I think after 48 hours, but you will get the information in the mails. So thank you so much. Do enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Bye for now.